I'm saying extra because they're not on the list of the president.
We are not dealing with anybody's list. We are dealing with the conditions we gave, which were for.
As Azimio.
Yes, as Azimio.
The Kenya Kwanza is following what
they can bring their own
leader
conditions.
of Kenya Kwanza has said.
They can bring their own conditions.
You see,
we have our conditions.
Okay, I hear you, Honorable Wandai.
You see, I actually agree with Honorable Wandai that the bipartisan committee will list down every raised issue by either side. And there is nothing unique about that. Although they didn't raise it in their press statement, because it really is something just to mask up whatever they want, like the issue of the cost of living. If you listen again to Raila Odinga, he didn't really raise it in his statement about, the issue of right. That is already under the carpet. It's just for purposes of, whipping public emotions when they're in the political rallies.
You think so?
He didn't raise it. You can play it. There is no point in his statement he said that the cost of living is very high. He actually talked about IBC, matters that really fall within his... and then he tried to ice it up by talking about the injustice. A very same chorus. But the issue of cost of living wasn't raised in the presser. But from where I see it, it's something that has also come up with from our meeting. And at this point, I'll disclose that it was also raised in our meeting with the president that in the very ad hoc committee, we also find a way within the bipartisan approach to listen to recommendations by people, by experts, by every side on how we can be able to reduce the cost of living.
Now you are talking.
That is okay. We are willing. We are willing to listen. However, the only thing that I really do not, and I think Honorable Pio can guide me, they also make recommendations that the bipartisan approach should also have experts from outside. That is fine, but I think under each coalition's own cost, come up with your experts. Let's come with our experts. Because again, Kenyans are overburdened. You do not want, where do you want us to get? Because you also have, by the way, each ad hoc committee also has a secretariat that of course has experts within, and that is the Parliamentary Service Commission, a secretariat. So if, for example, they need experts beyond the other team, the formations, and he's really not trusting himself and his own coalition, yet he's going to give a list of members. He doesn't want to trust them. He doesn't believe in their competence. They want, again, to have other extra members who are not members of parliament. That is fine, in my opinion. But under each side's expense, we'll also come with our experts. They come with their experts. We pay them from our pockets, they pay them from their pockets, they share. Then we open a kind of a public forum. People raise recommendations on all those things about cost of living. They raise recommendations about the IBC and such. And then they do a report. They take a vote, do a report, bring it to the floor, either debated or not, or comes as a form of a bill. If it's an amendment, it's done, such kind of things.
Okay.
We are agreeable to all those things. The other things that are, as I said, that are what I'll call fantasy. There are things really that you can't really place on the table if you really want to discuss matters that are serious. Several things that from Raila Odinga's statement. When you talk about, and I'll revisit that point, when you talk about really buying members of parliament, it leads this question. It is actually Raila Odinga who said in 2016 that this country is being run by one driver who is a Mulevi, and another one is Makanga, who is Mwizi. And then in 2018, he shook hands with Mulevi, as he called him then. Was he bought? How much was the price? How much was he worth? And immediately, Opio and I changed tune and started praising Uhuru Kenyatta, calling him a statesman. How much was he bought? Maybe he should tell us. I presume it's 1 million, like he said.